Here we go.
I didn't mute us. We can still talk over this if we want to.
Yeah, good, because I don't like being muted. I don't like this. I'm an American, damn it.
Almost like this countdown isn't really needed.
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
I like it. It's nice.
It does matter. I enjoy the music.
Yeah. It's soothing.
Anyway, what's going on, everybody? This is the first time we've all been in the same room in a month. I am super stoked to talk to you guys.
In the same chat room.
Same chat room.
Yeah, that's what it matters. Come on. It's 2024. This is the same room.
I feel close to you now, so at least there's that.
I mean, I'm in the same room with you pretty regularly, Max. But what's going on, everybody? So before the show, we were talking about how Justin and I shared a room in Monaco. And we kind of shared a room in Monaco because while I went back to the hotel room between 2 and 3, Justin was usually out until like 5 or 6.
Mm-hmm.
Like Justin got 45 minutes of sleep every
Damn.
night we were there. So if Justin got you off on the wrong exit, Max, that is why. Justin was running on 2 hours and 20 minutes of sleep
Phrasing,
in 5 days.
Yeah, no, it's I had the great honor and pleasure of picking Jason and Justin up from the airport, and we dropped Jason off. We're taking Justin home, and like obviously Justin is tired because he's just spent the last week and a half awake apparently, and and so I'm tired. It's nighttime. It's past like 9 o'clock or whatever. So it's my we're getting to bedtime, and yeah, I just drove past the wrong exit. So we added an extra like hour onto the ride.
I thought you were doing the right thing.
We both missed it, but my wife was in the back like, this is the exit, and Justin and I were both like, no, like I'm gonna take this other exit. Like we know what we're doing. No, we didn't know what we were doing. She was absolutely right. Should have just listened to her. But
so what were you up to until 5 or 6 in the morning, Justin?
Just stuff. Most of the time it was just at a bar called what was the Irish bar called?
Trinity, which I missed that place very, very much. I dreamt about it the other night. Actually, I had a wild dream the other night. I can tell you about it after you tell your story, Justin.
All right. Well, no, it wasn't anything crazy. Like a lot of times I'd come back. That place closes at 2. So then you just putz around the other like people that were in your party for the next hour or two. Sometimes you went down to another bar. That bar was called, I think, Sass. That bar is wild. I would not encourage folks to go there most days. I went there like once or twice and just got a beer outside and then went home. And then I did some panel research because every day we had like a panel to cover. Right? I had 7 panels a day, 6, 7 panels a day. So I had to make sure I was ready for that. So then I'd be on my laptop, made a quick PowerPoint that I could follow if I have conversation points. And then I went to bed, woke up a couple hours later because you had to be at the place a couple hours before people showed up. Because Jason and I were covering like the ticket stuff for the first couple of hours of the thing. Then we went into panels. So like I think from 10 to noon, we were doing like if you went to the Monaco Comic-Con, most likely Jason and I are the ones that scanned you in. That and a lady named Amelia, who was great. Shout out Amelia. Yeah. But I mean that was it. It was nothing too crazy. It was just me just trying to get the most out of my social life there, just because I'm not gonna probably see these people at least too often. So I figured I might as well spend more time with them.
You know what's wild though? Justin, usually you have friends when you go away and then you come back. But you and I have talked to the people we met in Monaco every day. At least Peter and Autumn we've talked to every day since we left.
Peter's so cool. I like that guy.
Yeah. I'll tell you your Bad Boys 2 take, because I think both of you are in completely different spectrums in terms of Bad Boys 2 fandom. I'll tell you that. I think he is a very copacetic.
He's got a different opinion of Bad Boys 2, but I respect him. You know, like it's not his fault he likes Bad Boys 2. He was just born that way.
Dude, Max, that inside joke continued through all of Monaco. You've been very proud. Autumn caught on to the fact that, you and Peter had that conversation about Bad Boys 2. So she brought it up every time, like a bad movie take. It's like, at least I don't like Bad Boys 2.
Well, she's good, Pete. She's smart. I haven't met her yet, but I like her already.
Mm-hmm. You will. Hopefully sooner than later.
What have you guys been up to?
Cool.
I've just been trying to catch up on anime. There's a lot of
Dude.
second seasons are coming out. I've started watching One Punch Man again, but Blue Lock season 2 came out. Shangri-La Frontier season 2 came out, and what was it? The new show Dan to Dan. I've been watching. It's all good. I'm happy to have shows to watch again. It's weird, because like 98%, or just like anything, 98% of anime sucks. So when there's a show that I like, there's only 12 episodes, and it's like, oh god, I wish there's more, and I've been waiting on it to come out. So and Go Loser Ranger, which is what I want to talk to Jason about. Jason, I'm sorry, it's not great. I was really hoping it would be better so that like we could connect on an anime Power Ranger level, but it's not great.
What is it? I've never even heard of it. First off, what's up, Scott? Hi, Kathleen. What is this show?
Go Loser Ranger. So it's supposed to be like the boys Power Ranger edition. But it's just like it doesn't really hit. They don't really do. It's not great. It's just not great, and the action sequences aren't like very good. The budget wasn't great, so I'm a little disappointed in that one. I really wanted it to be a lot better, so I could be like, "Hey, Jason, you need to watch this thing, and then we can geek out about the anime together." But I'm not going to do that to you. Of course, you know what though? It's you, so you'll probably love it.
What's up, Peter? He says, I'm so glad I tuned in only at the end of the Bad Boys 2 Convo Redux, so my blood didn't boil.
I mean, yeah, how's it going, Peter? Bad Boys 2 still sucks, but we love you.
hey, Max. So I got a recommendation while we were at the Comic-Con by a couple of people that liked anime. And have you seen Solo Leveling? Because I watched all of it like 2 days ago. I just sat down and watched all of it. I was like, this is a lot of fun.
Yeah, that one's really well done. I mean, the storyline is kind of mid. It's your basic like, hey, I'm OP.
Yeah, I'm the main character.
the story, but I like the aesthetic. I kind of like the characters that they're building. I'm excited for season 2 of that. But again, that was only like 12 episodes, and we just have to wait now. So yeah, like I'm a big fan of Solo Leveling, but I don't think. It's just too little. Like give us more.
Right.
But animes are rough, and they don't treat their animators great. So it's I just gotta take what you can get. But no, I love Solo Leveling. I can't wait for season 2 of that to come out. That was part of this like 2024 class of like action anime that was pretty solid.
Nice.
Yeah.
You'd be proud of me. I checked out. I've been slowly I've been getting into animation a little bit, but the Lara Croft Tomb Raider animation show on Netflix is pretty good.
Ooh, I haven't started that yet. I'll check that out for sure. It's been a little bit crazy with everything coming back. So I'm a happy little anime boy. Magical anime boy.
Right now, so I just finished Solo Leveling. What's your next recommendation? I was thinking about Chainsaw Man, but what about
Chainsaw Man is dope. You can definitely watch that. I think there's only one season out right now. I would recommend Shangri-La Frontier. I really, really like that one. Again, story kind of mid, but I really like what they're doing. It's more of like a Tron sort of Matrix sort of feel where the guy's playing a video game. He knows he's playing a video game, but like you're still compelled to follow the story of what's going on. I dig that. And then Free Ren is not an action anime. It's more of a fantasy kind of slow roll. But that was really, really good, and it came out last year. So, or this 2024. I would recommend that one too.
Dope, cool. I'll check it out.
Scott, what's up?
Yeah, what's Scott. Up, 2 weeks in a row, man. 2 weeks.
What's the world coming to? Yeah, I gotta leave in like 20 minutes, but I might as well jump on and say hi and talk about shit. So.
Nice. We'll get into the food conversation in just a minute. I did go see Wicked. I want to talk about it because that movie was phenomenal. I loved from the set design to the singing to the acting to the story to the experience. I felt like I was at a Broadway show. I cannot wait to go back and see it again. I was in the front row too, so like that didn't even affect my movie experience. My daughter and I both left the theater. Wizard of Oz. I'm a fan of anything Wizard of Oz. When I saw it, I haven't really visited it, but the James Franco Wizard of Oz movie, like I saw that. Like I love Wizard of Oz.
You loved it.
But
like James Franco can do no wrong.
Wicked, my God, it was amazing. I am ashamed that I haven't seen the Broadway show yet. I was telling Max at Thanksgiving that Ariana Grande I had no idea like how talented this lady was. Her acting surprised me because I heard her acting was atrocious and I thought she nailed the character. And then her singing, I don't think I've ever heard anybody sing like that before. Like it was phenomenal. She is amazing.
Ariana Grande's got pipes. Like there's not a bad thing to be said about her. Like, I mean, obviously I'm not a huge fan of her music, but she is very talented. I would never deny that.
Don't put you in
I
Fortnite
don't think
for
she's
nothing.
acting. I feel like she's just that person all the time.
Whatever. She did a good job, man. Even Cynthia Erivo also did a phenomenal job as who will eventually become the Wicked Witch. I was floored by the experience. I've never been to a movie theater and had that experience in my life. It was just something else. And I can't wait to go back. It was a sold out show on a Wednesday. The movie had been out for 10 days already and it was sold out. If you just go see this, like I can't even express the feelings. I've seen musicals in theaters before. I never felt like this before. And I'm so glad it was awesome. Like I cannot wait for part 2 to come out. That was a pleasant surprise that we're getting a second one. Like I didn't realize that going into it. So I'm stoked. I can't wait.
What was it, more the music or just the story that was so good?
The whole thing. It was the experience, man. And
The
I didn't know
spectacle.
Jeff Goldblum was in it either. And when Jeff Goldblum shows up and sings a song, oh, my little nerd heart just exploded with just warm, fuzzy feelings. My
little nerd heart grew 3 times that day.
I can't tell you, man. Best movie experience for me, like in 20 years. And in my opinion, best movie of the year. I will be surprised if it doesn't win a lot of
best
Oscars
movie of the year
come Oscar season. It was so good.
Wow.
It hit all the marks that a movie should hit. Like visually spectacular, costume design spectacular. Yeah. My wife got tickets for her and my daughter to go when my daughter gets back from camp, and I think I'm gonna crash. I'm gonna get a ticket to that showing and then
Sit in the back.
sit near them, sit near them and be like, "Oh, hey, you guys got tickets too?"
I mean, if you're not into musicals, then this is definitely a musical. Like to me, the original Wizard of Oz, I know it's technically a musical, but to me, it's more of a movie that happens to have music in it. This movie is very much so a musical.
It's more of a musical than Joker 2 is a musical.
Yes, it is. In fact.
No, my sister's in love with Wicked, the Broadway show, and so I'm a little bit familiar with some of the songs. But I mean, I'm not really like a fan of. I'm not a Wizard of Oz fanboy. I have not liked a lot of the offerings from this universe, but I like a good movie. So hopefully, it's at least that. I'm down.
Yeah, I really did enjoy the play when I saw Wicked. I saw Wicked when I came to Columbus. It was really enjoyable. So yeah,
it comes through here pretty regularly. I want to say.
Yeah, I think you're right.
My review of Wicked got us well, I wouldn't necessarily say it was a negative comment, but it was negative-ish. He's like, you don't know nothing about the Wizard of Oz. Wicked doesn't even take place in the same reality as the original Wizard of Oz movie, and you should It's like,
fake.
Okay.
Sir. Sir. I didn't say
the Wicked universe, not my Oz. Sure, bro.
I was like, where in my review did I compare it to the original? 1 and 2, it's its own thing. Like, it's fine. It's okay to be your own thing.
Fantasy make believe stuff.
Do
for people to
your
enjoy.
thing. But I love that.
Yeah. No. Dorothy is a fucking historical character, and you will respect her as such.
Kansas is scary.
Fucking gatekeepers, man.
I just went to
I was
Kansas
like,
recently,
why
can't
are you
confirm.
mad?
Yeah, why are you so
Who
mad,
hurt
bro?
you?
That was one
Who
of the
hurt
comments.
you?
Like, why is this guy so
Why so-
mad?
Why you so mad, bro?
I can't
Oh my
stand
God.
people
Oh,
like
you
that.
liked the thing, did you? You liked the thing. The audacity of you.
It's funny.
That's like me and my brother all the time. He just loves to hate things. I know Jason thinks that I love to hate things, but this dude loves to hate
You don't even
things.
know.
There's ribbing. There's nice ribbing, which is what we do on here at times, like where we can put on fake hyperbolic anger, and then there's legitimate people who are just like, oh well, whatever, not my Oz. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah,
like,
I don't have the energy to type that into somebody else's comment on somebody else's thing.
yeah, you
know
could
what
be
I'm
doing
saying?
something so much more
I-
productive. Yeah.
Like, okay, guy, like this is how you want to spend your time. Like, hey, and that all this means is you love the original Wizard of Oz, right? Hey, good for you. Just love it then. Go watch the original Wizard of Oz. Somebody likes this other thing over here. That's got nothing to do with you, dude.
Yeah.
They probably
Read the
don't even
original
like-
Bound books and get really tripped out at how weird they
Yeah.
get. Like,
It's true.
I do want to read the books. I recently decided I was going to do that. But yeah, the one negative comment got me 10 positive comments about everybody reacting to his comments. So thank you, sir,
Sweet.
because you really helped our engagement, and I appreciate that. But
Rage bait.
anybody
yep,
else?
That's all it is. Baiting.
What if it
Anybody
was
else?
James Taylor account? He's just
Yeah.
like this. Is where people
He's got
going.
he's got a troll account that he posts to himself from.
I That's
Only
funny.
mildly angry comments, and it's like I like how Jason's bot account is like, I love Wizard of Oz. How like not even taking away. It's like it's not even a bad comment, really. It's just like
Yeah, Oz fan 23. Yeah.
Account created yesterday.
You have to make a new dummy account for every single thing you like
Yeah.
Matlock 1984.
The
that's
Kung
funny.
Fu Kid 82. That would be me.
Yeah.
Tommy Green Ranger Forever at gmail.com.
Oh, jeez.
At Hotmail.
I'm about to take that. That's a good email address.
Oh my god.
Someone has it. For sure,
Yeah.
someone has it.
Yeah.
That'll become my Comic-Con email.
Oh, for sure.
It's Conan time.
What have you been watching, Mike?
Stuff. I'm trying to
Go.
think what I've been watching because I was telling y'all earlier, and I told Max like last week, like I've been out of it sick. Like I watched a documentary series I think made me sick. I'm not gonna get into
What
details
was
here
it,
because it
so
might.
we can avoid it.
Yeah, it's called Love Has Won. It's about a cult, and it's about their cult leader who did not take care of herself in really
Wow.
frightening ways. So I think something about that just made me like really queasy, and I was like sick for 48 hours straight, just turbo hurling. But I watched Arcane, finished Arcane
Yeah.
season 2. God, that thing made me cry.
Yes, that's another one that I've been watching. I'm not all the way through it yet, but I fucking love Arcane.
I was
I need to
just
watch
getting
it,
over
like-
being dehydrated. Now I'm dehydrated again because I was just bawling my eyes out at the end of every episode.
Yeah,
I need to watch it like first, second season back to back because I feel like there's a lot
Yeah,
of stuff I
same.
like.
There's a lot of story. Yeah.
Well, I
There's a
feel
lot of,
like
visual elements that
Yeah.
like if you're paying attention, like it's crazy. Some of the things that people have
Well,
posted
they're, like,
screenshots of.
they're
But I
pulling
didn't
out
even
all the
connect.
stops animation wise because it's their last season. So they're like, we're just gonna do everything that we might have done had we gotten more seasons and
Mhm.
stylistically just lay it all because there's stuff that like you could just pause any part of this show and it's like a beautiful painting. So,
Yeah.
So
yes.
can we elaborate on that? Did it get canceled then? Did I miss a memo? Or did
No,
what's
they-
going on?
I think
I
they're
think
gonna make more shows. They're gonna like make
within the
different
universe,
stories, but they were within the league universe. But they're like, we have a complete story, and we're not gonna overstay our welcome.
Oh,
Yeah,
And I
okay.
guess they've been developing
I
this
appreciate
for
the
like
shit
a
out of that.
decade or something.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't mind
Tell a
that.
good story. Yeah, that's all it is. Yeah, tell a good story.
No, it's so good. Yeah, and I feel like they are really going a lot harder on the, like the emotional pull of everything. In this season, I mean, last season was a bit of a ride, but like I feel like there was a little bit of just kind of like things that happen that aren't like the most important
Mhm.
thing happening to somebody right now. Like, but this season just seems to be like on the bleeding edge of like everyone's like headspace and like everyone is just pulled emotionally like left and right like all the time.
And all of this takes root from it's a free to play game, right? League
Yeah,
of Legends.
Free to play video game.
That had, like, from what I understand, the game had none of this involved in it initially. Like, none of this true backstory or anything like that.
No,
It had
yeah,
lore,
like,
but it didn't have like these deep characters.
Strong characterization, yeah.
Like
to my
the Jink-
knowledge, I'm sure some League fan is like, no, it didn't.
Yeah.
You
engage with us in the comments. You don't know League of Legends.
I don't. I think I played that game for a collective 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got steamrolled every time
I-
I try to play it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I downloaded it. I might have played it once, but it's but it's whatever. Okay, screw that game. The show is awesome.
Show's great. Dune Prophecy too. I've been watching Dune Prophecy.
Haven't seen it yet. I've heard good things.
It's trippy. There are trippy moments.
I haven't seen episode 2 yet, but I watched episode 1, and this is going to be a controversial opinion probably, but I've enjoying it more than I enjoyed the movies. Not that I didn't enjoy the movies, but I like the movies are great. I get it, but it's just not really my fandom. But I've really been into the show because there's a lot happening in the show. Like there's a lot that happens in the 45 minutes of that first episode that really keeps you engaged. I really liked it. I can't wait to watch episode 2.
You're done. You're done. Get out of here.
I have a feeling shit will get weird probably further it goes along because it's based off of the more Brian Herbert, Kevin J. Anderson stuff, which gets a little out there and kind of dumb. So we'll see if they can stick the landing on some of that source material.
Frank's stuff was out there,
like-
but still good. So.
Frank's stuff felt a little tempered though and controlled. And then once his son took over and once Kevin J. Anderson expanded on the lore and stuff like that, I felt like this is getting a little too out there, pretentious, perhaps, from what it originally was. I don't know. But yeah, they still don't say jihad. You get to see the Butlerian jihad in the beginning of the show, like a glimpse of it, but yeah.
Nice.
We'll get
Yeah,
there
I'm
one day.
gonna watch episode 2 tomorrow. Guys, you guys know me in animation. You think I'll dig Arcane? Because I've been toying with watching it.
Mm-hmm. It's
just good. Like
Yeah.
I don't think if you're not big on animation, it doesn't matter. Like it's just really good.
Oh, it's good.
I don't know if easy
and also
watch.
the art is sick.
Yeah. It keeps you very engaged. I don't know if I'd say it's an easy watch, but it's something that I was able to watch like the episodes as they dropped, like just all at once. Like I didn't take breaks. I would just like watch it straight through.
And you could like if you need to take breaks, like it does like mini arcs of 3 episodes per season. Like every 3 episodes is its own little mini arc of something. So it's not like one of those things where it's like, oh, I need to binge all of it at once.
And I mean, like, I don't know. I feel like there's so much going on this season, though. It is just like balls to the wall.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, second season definitely goes all out.
I watched a 4-hour John Madden documentary.
Why?
Because I was curious. It's about the making of the game. I'm a fan of Madden football, so I was curious. And the first 2 episodes were the most fascinating, where they got up to like 95 or 96 in those, and then they start talking about the 25, which is why I started to lose interest. But just Madden's involvement in those first few games was, I don't know, I found the story fascinating. It didn't need to be 4 hours long. Like that last 2 episodes could have been like 20 minutes at the end of one of the other episodes. It'd been fine. But
so
John Madden's an interesting guy.
He was directly involved in the formation of like he wasn't just like, yeah, I'll stick my name on
my face on it. Yeah. Because
when they went to him initially and said, we want to put your name on this game, each team has 7 players. He's like, absolutely not. You're not putting my name on a game that has a 7-on-7. That's not football. And then, he was actively involved. Well, they're like, well, we can't get more than 7. He's like, well, come back to me when you can get more than 7 on the screen. just how much the game changed.
Yeah.
All right.
From the first straight to PC and how they didn't want to make console games. And then they got a Sega and technically they said it was probably illegal to do this. They didn't even talk to Sega before they started making the Sega Madden game. And then they took the Madden game to Sega and said, we made this. We're going to put this out. We'd like to have your blessing. And Sega's like, no, we have Joe Montana football. How about we change the name of Madden to Joe Montana and then we'll put it out and we're both happy. And they're like, no, we got deals. Nope. And then they're like, how about this, Sega? We will make Joe Montana football and we will put it out when we put Madden out. They said, deal. So the guy goes back to the people at EA and says, all right, I need you to make Madden, but make it suck. And we're going to throw Joe Montana's name on it. We're going to push it out. So it's going to be like Madden Diet. And then you're going to put Madden out and it's just going to blow away the competition. And
I matter you if you're Joe Montana right now hearing that.
They were cutting their own drugs. They were like, okay, we're going to put out this brown crap first and then get everyone to get a little taste. And then you get to China White.
But yeah, until about the 2000s, Madden was actively involved because in '96, the PlayStation and the Saturn were out, and they didn't have a Madden for '96 to go on either of those systems. And they said Madden came in the offices furious about why aren't we out? Like, quarterback club is beating us. We don't have a game out for these top two systems that are out. Well, one top system out right now. And the guy got fired. Madden fired him on the spot and got somebody else to take over.
That's dope.
Was this like a YouTube retrospective documentary?
It was on Amazon.
Oh, it was. Okay, cool. Because I've seen like 6 hour long. I actually had like a 6 hour long video game X-Men retrospective on in the background while I was doing stuff today, and I'm like, they get in depth into that stuff about all the nitty gritty of game development and how cutthroat it is. Like,
I watched one for Doom once. It was really, really good. Yeah,
Activision is a monster.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, like a lot of these video game, stories are just crazy. You think for a video game, you're like, wow, this is. It didn't need to be all that, fella. Like Tetris, even. It's a crazy story. They made a movie about it, but like, it is insane. Just what goes into making these games work, and it's good storytelling a lot of time. There's a lot of meat on that bone.
What's the documentary called, Jay?
I don't remember, but I can look it up real quick. I was looking at my TikTok to see what I hadn't talked about on anything yet, and I'm like, I haven't talked about the Madden documentary yet. But guys, I'm looking up the name right now, but I've taken your guys' advice. You guys told me to do it, and I'm doing it. I'm posting daily Hallmark movie reviews on all of social media.
Oh God,
that was your idea, Max. You told me to do it, so I'm carrying the baton.
I guess somebody had to, but
and I'm having a blast doing it. Some have been good, and some have not.
As long as you're happy, I'm happy for you.
I am happy. It's called It's in the Game. Of course, it's called It's in the Game. Madden NFL.
I can hear that title.
Out.
It's in the game.
Even if I'm not into like football games, I like stuff about game development. So
speaking of X-Men, I wish that they would remaster X-Men Legends 1 and 2. Especially with the X-Men about to become big time again, with them coming to the MCU in the next few years. Like, it's prime real estate to re-release those games.
And the Ultimate Alliance games
love it
too.
Microsoft owns the rights to that stuff now. So
I know they do I think they do to Ultimate Alliance.
Well, I mean, that's the same developer that did.
I think so. Yeah.
Raven or whatever. Yeah.
But I think they said like there's been some like store listings that have been updated recently, so there might be some hope for that.
Well, just go buy yourself a hard copy for $300.
The X-Men Legend games, they're luckily not that much, and Justin's been gracious enough to loan me his PS2 soon, so I'm gonna pick them up, I think, at the store and play them again because I love X-Men Legends. I've never played the second one, so that'll all be new to me.
They're both good.
Is the second one the one with the Nightcrawler cutscene in Dr. Doom's castle?
Maybe.
No, that's Ultimate Alliance.
That was Ultimate Alliance? Okay. That was like one of the dopest cutscenes I've ever seen. I mean, I'm a Nightcrawler fanboy, but like super dope. Like, I loved all those Ultimate Alliance games. And the X-Men Legend games are super dope. They're a lot of fun. I agree. They should remaster them. That would be what's up. I would like a X-Men arcade game, X-Men, Legends.
We just got Marvel vs. Capcom 2. The whole Marvel.
You got that
Capcom
collection, right?
Collection. Yep. Yeah, that just dropped. So.
And they put Punisher on it, so fingers crossed. Like, they put a couple of the side scroll and beat 'em up games on there. So maybe number 2.
Well, it was made by Capcom. That's why it was in there.
Yeah.
So it was all Capcom developed stuff.
I was really
Wolverine's Revenge. That
Yeah.
hard ass game that took forever to install on my PC back in like 2003.
oh my god, I love
Was that-
game.
2003.
That was so violent, right? Was that like it was just like
No,
I
that
remember
was
hearing
X-Men Origins. Wolverine's the really gory one.
That's
Yeah.
when I played as a kid, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is sweet!" I was just running through people. I was just like,
Wolverine's Revenge isn't as good. It's just really hard because you can't like heal while you have your claws out, and so you're constantly meleeing characters that are constantly like, you know, hard to beat, and so you need to go hide in a corner for 5 minutes to heal.
Does it even make sense lore wise? Because that's the whole point of him having like he'd just be bleeding out if he couldn't regenerate. Well,
It's a
I mean,
game, Justin.
it's
They have
actually
to
more
make it.
comic. It's more comic accurate than the movies. Like,
is it? Okay.
yeah, Wolverine typically in the comics should be taking like a little bit longer to heal. Like he heals faster than a normal person, but it's not like, hey, my head grew back. He's not Deadpool levels of.
Yeah.
I mean, eventually, can't he come back from like a drop of blood or something? Shit like that.
I think that,
or he has at some point in the comics.
I'll lose interest if he can do that. Yeah.
Yeah,
That guy's-
Wolverine's Revenge,
I mean,
Justin,
like-
was the game they released
stuff.
with X-Men 2.
Yeah, Mark Hamill played Wolverine.
That's sick.
That's
All right,
awesome.
well, I gotta head out. Maybe I'll be able to stay a little bit longer
Okay.
next week. But real
But
quick
I-
before I go, I have finished the first season of Our Flag Means Death. If you haven't seen that show,
That's
definitely
awesome.
Yes!
worth it.
Yes.
My
Yes.
sister's been trying to get me to watch it for years. I saw like the first episode when it first came out. Just now got back to it, and the first season starts a little slow, but stick with it. It's
I
fantastic.
need to pick up on the second season. I started and then dropped out, but I
Oh,
need to
I
pick
haven't
back up.
watched the second season yet. Okay.
Yeah,
No, Our
I'm really
Flag
excited
is
to-
really good.
I'm
Watch it
excited to
before
start
Max
the season.
before they take it off Max.
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah, no, that's a Taika Waititi production or whatever.
Yeah.
It's really, really good.
yeah. So okay, well, on that,
All
see
right,
you guys
Scott.
later. Have a good rest
See
of
you,
your
buddy.
cast.
Yeah.
Later,
Thanks
Scott.
for jumping in.
All right, guys, let's talk food. I didn't want to start a top 5 knowing that Scott would have to leave in the middle of it, so I
Right.
was like, good, we're keep talking
You
about
should have done.
fun
It was
stuff.
like, hey, if you want to hear the Scott's last two, you got to come back next week.
Get him to go on TikTok and give his top 5s.
Yeah, there we go.
He should.
Top 5 Hallmark movies.
Oh, that's tough. Anyway,
Only one of us in this room.
I don't even know the names of like any of them. I'm just like, hey, the one with Lacey Chabert, and there's like 300 of them. I think she's got 5 coming out this year. Anyway, guys, we're gonna do our top 5 foods to have for Thanksgiving, and I'm gonna kick mine off because my number 5 is new to me. I just had it for the first time this year. It's whatever the broccoli bacon dish was at Max's house. That
The
thing
casserole.
was incredible. Little bit of a kick. Bacon, you could barely taste the broccoli. It was so good.
Yeah, it was like roasted broccoli, so it wasn't a super soft. It didn't give you that farty broccoli smell. Yeah, that I don't know if that makes my top 5, but it was definitely surprise winner, like surprise good dish of Thanksgiving. It definitely wins like best new food category.
It's the first thing I've ever had at Thanksgiving that's had bacon in it. Maybe that's why it stands out and made my list so
Yeah.
fast.
And it's like, why not add bacon?
Yeah.
Right? Like, why didn't we add
Thanksgiving needs
bacon
more
to everything
bacon.
before?
Yeah. Instead
I
of a
agree,
turkey,
I
let's just
agree.
get a plate of bacon.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Cool.
My number 5 is a bit of an odd one, but my parents are Jamaican. We don't do it all the time, but it has been done. Fried plantains. You just it's super simple. You get a little bit of oil. You get your plantains. You fry them up. That's all the ingredients.
Plantains are so good.
So good.
They're so good. Yeah, I like a little bit of a sweeter one, so like
Mhm.
they're more ripe when you start. I that's what I prefer. I also like it to be a little bit burnt. It's one of those things where if you get like a little crispy burnt on the edges, it adds to the flavor somehow for me. But yeah, that's gonna be my number 5. It's not something you see generally at a Thanksgiving, but we've had it, every now and again, and I think it's a good addition.
Nice. Bye, Peter. Love you too, buddy. He didn't say bye
Bye,
on the show. I don't know
Peter.
why. I don't know why you didn't say bye to the chat. He texted Justin and I and said bye.
Max put him off with Bad Boys 2
That's
talk.
right. That's right.
I mean, it's
Probably.
not
He's
my
quite
fault.
afraid
Bad
of
Boys
Max.
2 sucks.
To be a decade-old joke. I see it in my mind. It's the longest running.
I will beat a dead horse. I will carry that joke kicking and screaming into the next millennium.
Oh, that's awesome.
You want to go, Justin, or should I go?
Oh, I can go. Doesn't matter. Macaroni and cheese, like homemade. Like I want like a homemade mac and cheese.
Wow,
You know
that's
what I
pretty
mean?
low on the list for mac and cheese. Is your list not like in order, or is it just like 5 things that you definitely want to see?
These are 5 things I love, but I can see where you're saying that. Like, but I would choose the things above it. But I love mac and cheese. It's like 1A, 1B, 1C. Like all of these are very good. I'm always excited to see it. But like a really solid
mac and
cheese.
like so. Do you like a baked mac and cheese, or do you like
Yes.
like a mac?
Yeah,
and
I
cheese
want a
like
crust. I want like a crust on top. Like I want. That's at least that's how I do. Like I've made it both ways, but I prefer in a pan in the oven, coming out like a crust on it. You got the like really, it's a hearty meal. It's good.
like a lasagna mac and cheese.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Add some bacon in if you want to get saucy. Be good.
I'm going to share
All
that
day.
number 5 with you because, mine is mac and cheese as well for the baked mac and cheese.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
tasty.
We'll fall over.
My number 4 is green bean casserole.
Oh,
It's got to be with
all right.
cheese, though. I like my green bean casserole with some cheese, and I like the canned green beans. But green bean casserole. I love green bean casserole. Again, cheesy green bean casserole.
I'm glad you like it, but that was something as a child that was forced to eat. Like as an adult, I'll pick it up, but like could not do it. I'm glad you like it though.
green bean casserole. Again, my family's Jamaican, so we like everything's just like we do all the same things, all the normal American things, but they're always just like a little bit different.
Yeah.
I never even knew green bean casserole existed until I was an adult. And then when I looked at it, I was like, I'm not eating that. There's no way. Oh,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
I mean, hey, I'm more for you. I'm not a fan of the green bean casserole, but my number 4 is going to go to here. Now I feel like my list is out of order. We're gonna go with ham. I like to have turkey and ham at Thanksgiving. I know some people like don't do ham or will do either or, but ham, a honey baked ham, that is where it's at.
I agree. I like ham over turkey most times for Thanksgiving.
I hate turkey.
I like turkey, but like what? So you don't like turkey? Or
I hate turkey.
Oh, okay. I like turkey. I most days out of the week I'll prefer ham, I think. Dope. My number 4, I think. Oh man, I'm trying to remember what the dish is actually named, but like it's like a cornbread casserole. It's not cornbread, but it's like a very, very cheese, corn, and bread mixture of a thing. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Have you seen that at a Thanksgiving meal? Either way, my grandma used to make a lot. There's like cheese, some type of bread, and like corn in there. Like it's almost a cornbread, but it's not cornbread. But either way, it was very, very good. Obviously, there's probably is a dish named somewhere. So if you know about it, say in the comments because I'm probably butchering the name of it. Either way, it's one of my favorites growing up. It's very, very good. See if I can't find it. I'm probably explaining it wrong. But go ahead, Mike.
I think.
The whole thing about my list is I haven't had an actual like Thanksgiving in like 10 years, just because it's another day in the week for me. Because all y'all live in,
because you're in.
I'm in
you are
Jersey.
this
So,
day.
yeah. But 4 for me is what have I made? Oh, wait, roasted Brussels sprouts. I love that stuff. It's like eating little hot cabbages, and I just love it. I don't know.
It's a little baby cabbages.
No, they're
Oh,
good. They're tasty and they're good for you. So yeah, roasted Brussels sprouts. It's one of my go-to side dishes that I make for myself.
I don't think I've ever had roasted. I'd try them, roasted Brussels sprouts. I don't think I've ever had it.
Next year, we're gonna like either bring Mike to Ohio, or we're going to go to Mike and give him deliver a Thanksgiving miracle. I feel like 10 years without a proper Thanksgiving is too long. And
no, it's okay because a lot of the stuff that I typically eat, a lot of the stuff I typically eat that you typically eat on Thanksgiving, I don't really enjoy. So, corn pudding, okay. Yeah, okay.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I've had that. Your description
was
not.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think
I'm sorry. I just like that's what I remember. That's what I remember.
Yeah, no, it's good. I've had corn pudding. I agree.
But yeah, the stuff you typically eat on Thanksgiving, the traditional Thanksgiving stuff, I'm just like, ugh, whatever.
No. Okay, so that's it though. We're gonna do a Friendsgiving with food that Mike likes. So it doesn't have to be traditional.
Oh, okay. I thought you were like, we're gonna bring you Thanksgiving stuff that you hate.
No. Why would I fuck that noise? No. We're like, hey, we brought you all this food. You're like, I'm not gonna eat any of that.
It's just green bean casserole. It's all for Jason.
Yeah. Y'all bring your favorites, and I just sit there being like,
I appreciate the company.
All in Mike's apartment, just for hours and hours. No, it's gonna be a Thanksgiving miracle, and it's gonna be great.
My number 3 is I'm gonna go with mac and cheese. Any kind of mac and cheese. I love mac and cheese.
That's fair.
Good call. Yeah.
I'm a big cheese fan, hence the cheese having to be on green bean casserole.
I'm a big cheese fan.
I'm a big cheese fan.
My number 3 is going to go to rolls, but specifically the Pillsbury Crescent rolls or the King's Hawaiian rolls.
I would say Hawaiian rolls better be on this list, or we have to have a longer conversation.
Yeah. I will have both of those at Thanksgiving, and I will eat way too much bread.
Yeah. Oh man. All right, that's my number 3 too. I didn't even think about rolls, but it's not Thanksgiving without a good roll. Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. You kick my list. Yeah, that's good.
all right, my number 3 is I do a mushrooms in a mushroom gravy sauce, which is just I put a lot of oil and butter on top of them as I saute them, and it just drizzles down, and I put it on a bed of white rice. So mushrooms and a mushroom gravy sauce on white rice.
That sounds really good.
Is it almost like a risotto?
Kind of. It's not as creamy or as rich as it's a little bit more just juice centric, but it does the job and it's flavorful. So
I do want to go to Mike's for Thanksgiving because that sounds good.
Yeah, we'll get the mushroom over rice. I can try my birria tacos. We can do that for Thanksgiving. That's a dish that takes a while to make. That should fill you up.
Road trip to Jersey. That fits into my plans for 2025 too. 2025 for me is going to be all about experiences, and that sounds like a good experience.
I'm liking how this is coming together, and I'm liking that we're not really asking Mike for permission, but we're
not even waiting for him. We're just going to show up
sitting here
in his driveway, just cooking food. Yeah.
I'll be like, okay, I'll have to put that on the books. It'll be fun. Yeah.
2 days before Mike starts getting IKEA furniture on his front porch, like bunk beds and stuff. Where's all this?
Why is there a smoker in my room?
We're gonna build these bunk beds in your living room. There's so much room for activities.
Yeah, exactly. You've been here, Max. Yeah, you've seen how much room I got. It's so spacious.
It's very grand. It's very grand.
It's fine. Justin doesn't need sleep.
That's true. He's proved that he's a Terminator.
I'm currently wet between my DVDs and a coffee table right
now. What's your number 2, Jason?
My God, I had another number 2, and I completely forgot what it was. So I'm good. I did this whole conversation. I forgot what my number 2.
Call an audible.
I'm gonna go with pumpkin cheesecake specifically, but any kind of pumpkin pie. But I prefer the pumpkin cheesecake. It is just another level. Yeah,
I might be more down. I'm not down for pumpkin pie, but I might be down for a pumpkin cheesecake because I love cheesecake. So I might that sounds really good.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
I'm gonna go dessert for my number 2 also. Just the age-old American apple pie. I like to like bougie up my apple pie, so it's definitely got to get the scoop of ice cream on there. I like a butter pecan or a vanilla ice cream, and then you're gonna do some caramel drizzle over the top, and then to really set it off, you take your cinnamon sugar, sprinkle a little bit of that on there, and that does your apple pie right.
That's why we'd be good friends, Max. You don't like pumpkin pie. I don't like apple pie, so we can have a pie to ourselves when we hang out. It's fantastic.
Right. Yeah, and we're not arguing. Yeah, we're just there in the love and the fellowship.
Yep.
Just
I'm
have your
gonna-
own personal pie.
I mean, what a good day! What a good day!
Right?
I'm
You're not-
just I'm gonna follow the same trait though. I think pie was my number 2 as well because like
Yeah.
it just your favorite pie. I don't really care. Like it can be pecan, it can be apple, it can be chocolate cream, like whatever the thing is you like. But pie and Thanksgiving are like this in my mind. So
Mhm.
solid number 2.
Justin's
I
like,
will-
I don't hate. I participate.
Yeah, I'll eat all. Yeah, I'm in.
I will say, yeah, that's for me too. My desserts are pretty traditional for the past couple of years. So it's either apple or cherry pie that I'll just heat up for myself and have. And
Dope.
Who doesn't love pie?
Yeah, what's a pie?
All right. Well, my number 1 is ham.
Good choice. Good choice.
I love ham.
Good. Yep.
I hate turkey and I hate cranberry sauce. Those two can just go away. Ham, that's the way to go. Turkey's just always so
cranberry
dry. Like if somebody would make me a good turkey, I will try it. But every turkey I've ever had is dry as fuck.
I did that for you.
As to say, the dude that gave you Thanksgiving food
Is the
is
thing
still
I
in
thought
this
was
call.
chicken? Was that turkey? Because that tasted pretty
That
good.
was turkey.
that was turkey.
That was turkey.
Yeah, Max.
No,
You're welcome.
No.
You're fucking welcome, you asshole.
I thought I was eating chicken. I'm like,
Oh,
that's
that
pretty
was
good.
like,
I
I was
mean,
like,
never
this
had
is about to
plot
get really
twist.
awkward.
yeah. Mike and I are about to bow
my
out.
number one- My number 1 is fucking turkey. Even Jason likes it. That's how good my fucking turkey is.
I'm like,
So
this
good,
is
he thought
good
it was chicken.
I've never had chicken at Thanksgiving, so I was all for it, man.
No, I deep fried turkey. End of story. Like, there's no other way to cook your turkey. If you're still baking your turkey, get the fuck out of here. You're doing it wrong.
You broke Mike. It's so good.
I just like the idea that the whole meal it went unsaid
yeah, he
what
was,
it was.
It's chicken. Yeah, it's chicken.
And that you're just like, oh, I guess this is chicken. And Max didn't bother to say like, how'd you like the turkey? At one point,
Because I knew he liked the turkey, and I don't need to ask. I know the answer to that question. I'm not so conceited that I need people to tell me how good my fucking turkey is.
Yeah.
I just
I
like
do.
the idea that there are these two independent like trains of thought going on where he's like, oh,
Yeah,
was that
Jason's like, that was some good
for
chicken.
Thanksgiving?
Max doesn't need to ask me. He knows I liked it. And I'm not going to ask him, like, hey, that was original having chicken at Thanksgiving to a black man. So we just both walked out of the house happy with what happened.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
No, deep fried turkey is the best. It's the just absolute best.
There's some precautions with deep frying a turkey, right? Like if you have some water inside of
Look,
it, it can go
look,
crazy.
look.
Or what?
Don't be an idiot is the only precaution you need. Like, hey, don't try to throw a frozen turkey or even like you want to make it as dry as possible going into the oil because when
Water
the
not
water
able to
makes steam in oil and it explodes everywhere.
Also,
I just-
don't spill your oil, everybody.
oh my god. Okay, yeah.
Did you spill your oil, Max?
No, okay. So my mom has got this deep fryer for it's like a big turkey deep fryer. So it's all it is a bigger deep fryer, but it's got a lid and everything. You can keep it inside. But I never keep it inside because it makes the whole house smell like French fries for a week. So I keep it in my garage. There's a little valve in the back so that you can empty the oil out easier. I've cooked 100 turkeys in that thing, and 99 times that little valve is shut. Like when you pour the oil in, the valve is shut. Nobody ever opens it. There's no reason to touch it because the only time you need it is when you're emptying the oil out, and then you shut it when you're done. So I had no idea the little valve in the back was still open. And even currently now, in my garage, there's this giant oil mess. And then I had to run around. I went to CVS to get oil. I bought all the oil they had left in the CVS.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's, oh my goodness. I was just walking. I had to buy $30 worth of cat litter from the same CVS just to try to stop the flow of oil. I've had to go get different things to pick up all that fucking oil. It's been a whole fiasco, but the turkey did still end up good.
CVS is
awesome.
this guy's about to have a party.
And it's what in the P Diddy is going on here?
Man,
no.
I was so hoping we'd avoid that.
So was P. Diddy.
In the back of my mind, I was like, all this talk about oil. Someone's gonna make a Diddy joke.
P Diddy. Well, you guys heard about the Butterball turkeys, right?
No, I want to hear about
Oh, okay. Well, they almost did a recall. A lot of people Butterball turkeys because Butterball employees were having sex with turkeys. They were doing all kinds of unnatural things with turkeys, and yeah, so I did cook my turkey a little bit longer just in case. But yeah,
that why it was salty.
Oh my god!
It's a pre-brine, I guess. Oh my god!
Oh my god! I love that. That's your thought upon hearing that news that something people tampered with turkey supply, and you're like, we'll just really burn it out of it.
I mean, I don't know what else you can do to sanitize something other than dipping it in 400-degree oil, but if the whatever survives past that, you're supposed to eat it. Okay, that's
what's a hand sanitizer? Is it Purell? Is dip it like a Purell?
Yeah. Oh my god! Universal precautions.
I did clean and season my turkey, and then I deep fried the shit out of it. So I don't know what else.
I mean,
if man juice survives past that, then I'm supposed to have it in my mouth.
I mean, I guess any meat product, you just assume horrible stuff has been through it at some point of whatever caliber, and as long as you cook it.
Just cook the shit out of it, man.
Whether, literally.
But yeah, so there was a bit of a turkey fiasco, but I still served up a turkey that people thought was chicken, but it was still delicious.
Good.
2 thumbs up, Justin.
I don't know how you follow up that conversation.
I'm sorry. I should have gone last. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
Just to not be duplicative, stuffing. A good stuffing is the best. Is really, really good to me.
I'm sure that's what a lot of those Butterball employees do.
I knew someone. Sorry. Okay, we can't. No, it's all right. It's all right.
Help it.
I have more thought. When you get fired, because you'll get fired for having sex with the turkeys. What do you tell your next employer? You hand them your resume. Do you just have a gap?
Reasons for
They
leaving.
they can't tell you
20 years at Butterball. And you just
the only thing your previous employer can tell them is if that they would hire you again or not. You could tell them, hey, I worked at Butterball till last year, and then I left.
If I was Butterball, I would release the names of the turkey fuckers.
Of the assailants.
Yeah, just have it in public.
It's the WikiLeaks of Big Turkey.
What's your life been like leading up to this interview? I lost my job at Butterball, and ironically, I lost my last relationship at the same time.
The previous ones were only lasted about a year.
No, kind of explain to your wife or girlfriend why you got fired.
Go.
That's a different interview entirely. You're right. Oh my God.
Yeah, for sure. That's the troublesome one.
Jesus.
Like, comment, subscribe, everybody, for more of these kind of conversations.
Why is that what you follow up with?
Right. Mike, what's your number one?
What do you got?
Well, so like I said, for the past decade or so, my Thanksgiving has been anything probably far from traditional, aside from maybe the dessert and mac and cheese. But I usually either alternate between just a nice steak that I get for myself, and nice and rare, and that's good with like a red wine, or I'll spend all day doing my puerco pibil, slow roast pork, where you got to like marinate it
That
overnight.
sounds good.
You got to like keep it in the oven for like 5 hours. Yeah, it's good. It's like 4 pounds of pork butt that you just got to like divvy up and so forth. But this year was a little different because my mom shipped me some crab cakes. So I was like, oh, hell yeah, seafood Thanksgiving. I'm doing that. So
nice. Mike,
we did crab legs for lunch, which was interesting because we were having a later Thanksgiving, so we were like, we don't want to eat such a heavy lunch, and we did crab legs for lunch. I thought that was cool. I think that's a tradition I intend to.
Did you make the crab legs? Did you cook it? Are you the one that cooked them?
We just steamed them. It was just
just
steamed crab legs.
Cool. Dope.
Yeah, Mike, around November 24th of next year, expect ingredients and stuff to start showing up at your front door. Because I want to try this.
I'm going to be cooking for everybody.
2 pounds of green beans and a hint of a casserole. So it gets mailed.
If I see a butterball turkey, I'll be like, nah.
Just deep fry it. It's fine.
Yeah, just deep fry it.
Oh,
just turn the heat up just a little bit more and let it sit in there just a little bit longer. All right, make sure you get everything.
Give it a shot of penicillin.
Someone say too buttered on a ball.
Yeah. Jesus.
Oh God. Yeah. What kind of butter is this? Awful. Yeah. This
is a family show, guys.
It was a family turkey, apparently.
Yeah.
Stop being weird, okay? Like why are you? You're not supposed to fuck the turkeys. You're not supposed to do that.
Or
stop being weird.
If that's your thing for whatever reason, just don't do it to other people's food supply.
Yeah, get your own.
Get your own turkey and do whatever you want with it at home.
I got no problems. Yeah, with you.
Yeah, what you do in your home,
your turkey do in your home, your business.
Don't bring it to work.
Believe the live turkeys are alone, people. Let's preface this.
That too. Whatever. Stop doing it. You're not supposed to be doing it. Especially in a situation where you're gonna ship that to somebody.
So wait a minute. I don't know if you said it or not. Or was it because they were disgruntled employees, or that it was just something to do?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to wait for the TV movie to come out to find out what everyone was feeling at the time. All I know is that things were done to turkeys.
I'm gonna say it's a little bit of both. Would be my guess. A little bit
of column A, a little of column B.
Yeah.
I'm reading this. It said it was the living turkey. They were doing it to the live ones than butchering them.
Yeah. Good God.
Good God. That just made that really sad.
Yeah, if the article is right, yeah, it says living turkeys.
Because I was envisioning the Friends episode just a little differently in my head.
Right.
But now that it's a live turkey, that's just depressing.
Yeah,
those poor turkeys, man.
And cruel. Yeah, and cruel.
That's cruel. It's not a joke anymore if it was live.
That's what this article is saying. But
way to ruin the fun, Justin.
The truth?
Yeah, I'm glad he gave us clarification on it.
Yeah, no, it's this is the world we live in now, right? They're fucking the turkeys.
They're fucking the turkeys.
That's what gets me is this dude is like, they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. None of that happened. They are fucking the turkeys.
Man, I'm sure it's meth related too. I don't know.
Well, everybody,
I hope it's not just like a regular. I hope it's meth related. I hope it's something that triggered this behavior. He was sniffing mustard gas before he went to work that day, and and now he's fucking the turkeys. I hope it's not just like Tyler just decides one day that the turkeys are going to get it.
Hope everyone had a nice Thanksgiving.
Absolutely, everybody. We are off next week. Well, we will have an audio-only show next week. We'll be streaming live from the Podbean app, so go check that out because we'll be at GalaxyCon doing a panel at 4 p.m. And I think we'll be back the following week, probably for the last show of the year. But Justin and I have interviews that we've recorded, and we're finally going to start releasing mid-December. So super excited to share those with everybody. And check out Mike at youtube.com/Mike McGTV. Follow us at 3 Geeks Podcast. Email us 3geekspodcast@gmail.com. And we will talk to y'all soon. Bye. Press your droid.